Hey y'all, and welcome to Tube Talk with D. So, just to jump right on into it, I wanted to come on here and talk about, well, not even really talk about it. I just wanted to come on here and congratulate Robert, 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 child, just ghetto. But I wanted to congratulate Robert and Amira on their getting married. Robert proposed. She said yes. And I know a lot of you guys are speculating if this is real or not. It is most definitely real. I can see how you guys would kind of formulate the question of is it real or not. But it's most definitely real, and I'm most certainly happy for Robert because meanwhile, while his ex-wife Briana has been punching the air and being bitter and shooting slugs and continuing to hold herself in contempt per her situation with Robert and her situation with John L. I think she's just about at her wits' end, and she's ready. It's due time for a crash out. You know, she had that on Father's Day, but it's due time for a real crash out. Y'all know what I mean. When she gets to, exposing, sending her beehive after folk, So just beware, that's soon to come. I believe that's brewing right about now. Uh, but I definitely wanted to say that. Congratulations to Robert. And I think this will be a beautiful thing for Robert. He stated he wasn't going to get married again. We all know that everybody tends to take the woman's side when it comes to a breakup or a divorce. Everybody speculates that, oh, the man did her wrong. The baby daddy did her wrong. The husband cheated. He did her wrong. Well, in some cases, that's true, and sometimes it's vice versa. But in this case, there was no one that Briana could tie him to and just say, hey, you're sleeping with this woman. She never had any evidence to back that up. So when she couldn't do that, what did she do? She brought up this, she wrote this DV story in her head and she made it come true. So when I say DV story, she made herself to be a DV victim, and this is how basically she kind of made her come up. Robert had already given her the internet game, the social media game, how to work the internet, how to work social media. And I feel like she played that against Robert because Robert, he always thought that she couldn't handle it. She couldn't handle it. And she played that lost role like she couldn't handle it just to gain as much as she could from him. And now that's the same thing that she does with her supporters. But her supporters will never, until Moses come back, open their eyes and realize the true game and scheme that this girl is playing them for her own personal gain. Everything that she does is for her own personal gain. Even things that she stirs in the pot, lets cook, and then puts out there. Like right now, she's putting on a facade like she's getting ready to celebrate her birthday. I'm celebrating me. I'm elevating. I'm doing this. Girl, right now you are the birthday. Okay? You the birthday. For sure. How appropriate. How conveniently appropriate that you really are the birthday, honey. You the birthday candles. You the birthday. You the confetti. You the birthday, honey. But anywho, congratulations to Robert and Amira. And I feel like this is a good look because, Robert loves to create stability. Robert loves to create a home. He loves to build a safe space, even with his kids. And I know that him and Desharia had been they hit a rough patch, and all kids do when they begin to grow up, smell their own ass. Kids tend to do that, and I think Robert handled his relationship with his first daughter with grace and with patience. And now, his life is coming together the way he wants it to come together on his terms, and I'm happy for him for that. And he's supporting his family. He's supporting both of his daughters and his grandchild, and it's just beautiful. And also Amira and her daughter. And I don't ever want to leave them out and make them feel, and make it seem like I'm making them separate, because they are a unit now. They are a family now, and that's absolutely what Robert wanted, and he's worked so hard to gain that. Even after him beating stomach cancer, even after him going through this fake narrative that Briana put out on him, and it things just went left with that, and I really hate that. But Robert shows what a minor setback and a major comeback can be. So kudos to him. Congratulations. Shout out to Robert for that. Meanwhile, Miss Briana is out here just turning herself every which way but loose, honey. She's out here on this fake facade, and Janelle is living a soft life. And the thing about Janelle that I want to say, this young man, if you thought anything was fraudulent about him, nothing is fraudulent when it comes between him and going to church. He is still in church. He has those kids in church with him. His mother is in church. They have those kids. I caught a glimpse tonight on his story where they were in church this past Sunday, or whatever, the last past Sunday that he had the twins. And his mom, if you can just see how overjoyed his mother is as a first-time mom. I know there's a lot of tension between his mom and Briana, but that lady is a first-time grandmother. The happiness that you see on her face is priceless. And I love that, because he really has a solid support system. Everybody trauma ain't your trauma. Everybody trauma ain't the same. And sometimes you just have to leave the past in the past and leave well enough alone and learn from that and heal. And that's supposed to be where every one of them, or even us, in life should be, if you've been through such trauma where you need to heal from. Robert is healing still, although he's come a very long way. He's dated, he's been, he's had his share of women. He's never made anything official to us. And Robert wouldn't get on this internet playing like he wants to spend the rest of his life with someone if he didn't. And that's just the man that we know him as. Janelle, he's healing. He has his kids. He's working. He keeps his private life private. And that's what I like about him. Even Sleepy, he's becoming more quiet and more sleepy. And nobody's really hearing from him. So we know it's trouble in paradise on that side with baby daddy number one. But who is not healing, who is not elevating, who is not sure of themselves, who is still playing by the dozens, is Miss Briana. We see no elevation. We see nothing but her doing her thing. That's what she want to do. So let's let her have it. Clearly the light's on and no one's home with her, and that rattles me a little bit. But honey, this is all her karma. When you see a person acting like they're not sweating, like they're not hot under the collar, oh, they sweating. They hot. They 38 hot. They 38 hot. And believe me, pressure bust pipes. Y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think what's going on. Congratulate Robert and Amira on their engagement. And you guys keep in touch. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe. Thank you for watching Tube Talk with D. Bye.